He had paintings of me. We'd never met. I was hired to catalog a private collection, 7 rooms, hundreds of pieces, a fee that made me say yes before I'd finished reading the email. The client, Dario Marchetti, was rarely present. That was how he preferred it, his assistant explained. He trusted my expertise. The first 6 rooms were extraordinary. Renaissance oils, early modernist sketches, a Turner I nearly dropped my clipboard over. I worked efficiently, cataloged everything, kept my professional distance from the beauty of it all. Then I reached the locked room. It wasn't on the floor plan. I only noticed the door because the light was different there. Warmer, older, coming from beneath it. I mentioned it to the assistant. He hesitated, then phoned someone. 20 minutes later, I was given a key. What I found inside stopped me completely. 7 oil paintings, large, floor to ceiling, technically brilliant. The brushwork had the confidence of someone who had studied for decades and then forgotten they'd studied at all. The subject of every single one was a woman. The woman was me. Not me now, me 2 years ago. Me in my green coat outside the Meridian Gallery in Mayfair, the one I attended for the Sotheby's preview. Me sitting at the corner table of a café I used to work in on Tuesday mornings. Me walking the canal path near my flat, headphones in, face turned slightly toward the water, as I always do when a song moves me. He had painted me as though he knew exactly what it felt like to be me in those moments. That was the detail that made my breath go strange. I stood in that room for a long time. When Dario finally arrived, unhurried, almost apologetic in the way people are when they've rehearsed their apology, he was quieter than I expected. Shorter. His eyes went to the paintings first, then to me, as if he was checking the accuracy of his own memory. He said he'd watched me at the Meridian Gallery 2 years ago, that he'd thought about little else since, that he had no way to reach me, and painting had been the only place to put it. He did not expect me to stay. He said that twice. I thought about leaving. I thought about all the reasons to leave, the strangeness of it, the asymmetry, the fact that someone had been keeping a version of me in a locked room while I'd been living my ordinary life entirely unaware. I thought about the painting of me by the canal, the one where I'm turned toward the water. He had captured something in my expression that I couldn't have described to anyone, a kind of private contentment I'd never tried to name. I stayed. Not for him, not exactly. For the answer to a question I didn't have the words for yet. That was 6 months ago. The room is still locked, but now I have a key of my own. I've never decided whether that makes it more unsettling or less. I think that's the point.